dancing, the tammurriata between history, continuity, and mystification. This is a very aching word, I know, but you see what does it mean. So we will understand during this little speech the meaning of this. Why I choose this title? I as myself in some words to lose myself like yesterday. So why this title? Now in these days we have discovered together the sacred and religious aspect of traditional dances such as pizzica. Okay, but this is I'm going to say in English. The topic from which to start in order to understand the meaning of these dances and this music. Yesterday we talked about oral cultural systems, and our discussion starts from here today, especially today. In these systems, dance, song or chant, and music are closely connected. As in the ancient term musicae, we saw yesterday, musicae, the ancient Greek term. So we have chant, we have dance, we have music in the same time, in the same moment, like in Ronda, yeah, you know the concept, always at the same time and together, always together. So to understand these systems, we must change and reverse our perspective. Music is not one of the practice we can practice, but men, human beings, gli esseri umani, are totally immersed in the musical system. Per gli italiani, ciò che ho detto è che la musica, dobbiamo concepire la musica come fosse un sistema unico, come accadeva nel mondo greco, di danza, di canto e di musica, sempre insieme. Questo è molto importante, lo abbiamo visto ieri con il mondo greco, e funziona perché questo, come il sistema salentino, è un sistema culturale e trasmissione orale, quindi funziona così. E la danza non è qualcosa di slegato dalla musica e dal canto, funziona sempre in relazione a entrambe le cose. Così è in Salento per la pizzica, così è per la tammurriata nell'area napoletana e campana. So music accompanies every moment of life from birth to death. And it is a true codified, so it's different. This word is very complicated too. It's a very cold language, un linguaggio codificato. I would say in English, un linguaggio codificato is codified language. Tammurriata è pizzica, is a codified language. Okay, you are learning during these days how to speak this language. With tambourine, with chant, with dance. So it's a very codified language. And in fact, in the Vesuvian or Napoletan area, children in these communities learn the language of tammurriata and the rhythm and dance from an early age, in 6 months, more or less, or 1 year. I bambini nel contesto della tammurriata imparano molto presto in questo linguaggio, quindi imparano ad apprendere a cantare, a danzare e a suonare. Ed è molto importante perché questo linguaggio legittima la loro presenza all'interno della comunità. If you are able to speak this language, you are part of the community. If you are not able to sing or dance or play, you are not part of the community naturally. So these are very ancient and complex in languages. So learning is connected to music. This is very important. We talked about oral system. So how can I learn to speak to speak with music? Every child, every children in our community, especially in the Vesuvian area, learn how to speak with the chant during our practice, during our private or religious parties. This is a very interesting thing, especially for anthropologists, because normally we learn at school. We learn how to read, how to write. In this oral system is different. You learn everything, I can say, toward music, attraverso la musica. Quindi per gli italiani questo è molto importante, il sistema culturale orale. I bambini non apprendono a scrivere o a leggere, apprendono a cantare e attraverso il canto apprendono questo linguaggio. I bambini sin da un anno, anche un po' prima, iniziano ad apprendere migliaia di versi in metrica, quindi iniziano a conoscere le dinamiche di questo sistema culturale ed è molto importante. So they possess the codes of communication necessary to be part of the community. They learn the songs, thousands and thousands of verses, and during religious or private celebration, with the maestri, the bosses, the anziani, we call, and they learn to play the drum and other instrument by, I think in English is by imitating the Greek called mimesis. I see you, I learn how to play. During this relationship, I see you, you are playing, and learn how to play. So, funziona così. L'apprendimento in questi contesti è per mimesi. Io ti guardo, vedo come suoni, suono così. Sento il canto, lo apprendo e lo canto con te. Quindi è una dinamica circolare molto interessante e molto molto antica. As an archaeologist, it's very interesting. I'm a musical archaeologist. It's very interesting because we have a lot of I have a lot of bases, frescoes, and literary sources about these dynamics in Greek and Roman world. So this dynamic create a sort of social order with a clear codification of roles. If you are not born into a family of musicians like me, my father is a drummer, a local drummer, so absolutely not like the tammurriata, you can still approach this world. Okay, it's not it's not a closed world. You can approach to this world, but the process is very longer and very difficult. I spent 15 years in this world. And I'm still, I can say, approaching, still learning how to, also to, not to chant or to sing or dance, but how to, which behavior, quale comportamento posso avere, how to, I can say, come comportarmi.
How to act, or how to carry yourself.
Yes, because it's not like pizzica, it's not like Sales's world, because here our tammurriata world is a very, we can say it's still alive, è ancora vivo. So also it is still alive, tammurriata song, chant or tammurriata dance, because it's still functional, funzionale ad una comunità. There's a community that needs this practice, and so it's still alive. Questo mondo sonoro di canti, di danze è ancora vivo perché c'è una comunità che ha bisogno di questo mondo, che si esprime così. Perché il mondo della pizzica è un mondo a Galatina soprattutto, il mondo del tarantismo ad esempio non è vivo? Perché ha smesso di essere funzionale per una comunità. Why tarantism, the phenomenon of tarantism is not still alive in this form? Because there's not a community that needs this, needs or speaks these languages, so it's different. There are various different styles of singing and dancing. Today we will see it in the 30 minutes. It's not easy, but we will try. The main point for me today is give you how an idea how this world is ancient and complex. I can say in English is complex, difficile, and rich alla fine è un mondo estremamente complesso, stratificato, stratified, and our dances and our chants are related, deeply related to this world. We will not, we don't dance for entertainment. We will not dance to, yes, we have a lot of party and festival and on stage, but normally we dance, we use dance as a devotional practice. So it's deeply related to this complex world. In Naples, in Campania, especially in Campania, especially in Naples, we have a very enormous world dedicated to Virgin Mary. More or less, all our rituals are related to Virgin Mary. I wrote Marian, I don't know if in English it's okay. So we will always kidding about this thing. We say we have the complexity people, because every ritual in Naples, in Campania, is related to Mamma. We for Mary, Virgin Mary is Mamma, our mommy. During rituals, when we sing, when we dance, we say Mamma spiagona, Mamma di pagani, so siamo mammi. Per gli italiani la ritualità campana è una ritualità che si fonda sul culto mariano, assolutamente, con rare eccezioni come San Gennaro o pochi altri santi. Non abbiamo un culto incentrato sulla figura di San Paolo, ad esempio, o Pietro e Paolo, maggiormente mariano. E tutti i nostri canti, tutte le nostre danze hanno un richiamo che è mamma, che è il richiamo più antico del mondo, forse. Ed ora attualmente la nostra ritualità, ma è moderna come cosa probabilmente, è codificata su 7 Madonne. E ora vedremo quali, perché 7 Madonne hanno 7 punti diversi, 7 danze differenti. Switch in English, my Italiano English. We have this complex and stratified devotional world, like the world, dedicated to Madonna. And now we have the famous 7 Madonnas. It is important, maybe it's a modern piece. I try to study this very complex piece. Madonna di Montevergine, Madonna di Pagani, Madonna di Scafati are 7. Maybe especially after the Roberto De Simone studies. So we are not so, I would say, we are not sure that it's a very ancient approach to the Vesuvian reality. But anyway, it's loading, the research is loading. So there's a very ancient rituality, funziona. A very complex rituality, and dance is a very little part of this, but not little for importance, because the main role is dance as the main role in this world, as a devotional practice. So, this is the main role, but we have also a lot of different moments. This is Pagani in the Agro Montenino Sarnese, Chiana, near Pompeii. So, do you know Pagani, or more or less? It's too close to Pompeii, to give you an idea. Maybe this is the more complex and famous ritual, celebration. I give you some video after, but okay, this This is the dance, but it's a moment in 3 days, three crazy days of rituality, with the processioni, with the chants, with a lot of ancient practice. Twiccio, questa è una donna dei Pagani, siamo nell'area del lago Nocerino Sarnese, nella piana, quindi Pompei, Scafati, un'area molto importante per l'archeologia ma anche per l'attualità. Sono tutti estremamente articolati e complessi. La danza li va a connotare in quanto pratica devozionale, ma sono tutti estremamente stratificati, quindi comprendono la danza, la musica, processioni e tanti momenti diversi che vanno veramente dalla processione con animali all'offerta votiva con animali, eccetera. Okay, this is Pagani, it's a very beautiful, amazing celebration. We have this procession, no, it's maybe normally 12 hours, more or less. It's absolutely beautiful with a lot of birds, because our Madonna di Pagani is related to gallina, in English is chicken. So, but Madonna delle Galline is virgin of our chicken. It's a little bit weird, but
our name chicken.
I would say hens.
Grazie. It's really, the main offerta votiva is, people do to Madonna is a chicken. It's very, very ancient things, and we have a lot of different moments. The parties starts with a corteo, a processione di camorre, hundreds and hundreds of tamurras, a chant after a processione. This is beautiful. All children, singers, musicians, every person of this community has a role, and a very important role. This is a very important thing because in our ritual, normally in a ritual, there's not public, there's no spettatore. There's a very interesting thing. Clara Gallini says. Clara Gallini was one of the main researchers working with Ernesto De Martino, especially in Puglia, but also in Sardegna. She said un rituale è morto quando c'è più pubblico che attori. That means a ritual is dead when there is a public and no actor. So this is very important thing. Also in rondas, normally if a ritual is still alive, there's no public, because every person here knows the verses you are singing, the gesture you are doing. It's a very different thing, it's a very different approach to music. Questo è molto importante. Questa era ancora Pagani, è il corteo che va a aprire il grande rituale. Tutte le persone, dal bambino al cantore, tutti hanno un ruolo preciso, importante, e non c'è spettatore, non c'è pubblico. Questo è veramente importante, perché è durante il rito che si legittima il ruolo della persona. Il bambino inizia a suonare, quindi è parte della comunità. Il cantore canta, il musicista lo accompagna, e un musicista che è parte del rito è riconosciuto da tutta la comunità, quindi è molto importante. I have a video about this important piece that I wrote about. This is a corteo, but we are dancing not in a room, we are dancing around the beach. It's not a static program. So chants and dance are key to Virginity. This is one of the important figures, so like a spiritual star, in Campania. Important because we always engage in dance in the circle normally, but not in Campania normally, but also in Lucania, in Calabria. I don't know, in Puglia no, it's different, in Apulia it's different, but normally dance has different forms. During this corteos, in English is corteos, normally we have 2 or 4 or then 10 dancers like this. They do this. It's very important because they are the voice of the corteo. The corteo starts like this. Mamma, mommy, we are coming. We are coming with dance. We are coming with our chants. So this is one of the form of tammurriata we have. So danza processionale in academic language. Questo corteo apre il culto il rito della Madonna dei Pagani, è un corteo che prevede anche la danza, che da noi non ha una forma solo di ronda all'interno di un cerchio, ma è parte di un linguaggio. Le danzatrici, i danzatori, con le castagnette stanno aprendo il corteo per dire mamma stiamo arrivando. Ed è uno dei 10 cortei che vado sul santuario il giorno prima il venerdì, prima della domenica grande di festa. I danzatori danzano così, solo in modo professionale e sono avanti ai cantori. Quindi c'è tutto un ordine molto serrato, molto preciso di questo. If there are questions or something like that, please stop me and we can talk. Pagani is one of our we always say is our Mecca because it's one of the most important places to dance tammurriata, to sing tammurriata. But there's a lot of places where you can dance or sing or participate in a ritual. This is the geography of tammurriata. Now we know tammurriata in a very modern category. We know the giulianese, the avvocata, the sommese, but this is a very modern category. They are so modern. Also the name tammurriata is a modern name. But anyway, to understand we have tammurriata in piana campana. Giulianese is this dance. I will show you, it's easier. This is one of the most also complex type of tammurriata because it's the only one where you don't follow the tamura, but you follow the little flute. It's very, very difficult. Very difficult. So the dancers, they follow the flute. Italian, questa è una delle tammurriate, sono tantissime, hanno molte varianti ed è anche la più complessa perché i danzatori non seguono il tamburo come normalmente si fa, ma seguono osishk, poi per dire flauto di canna, per una volta come nel mondo antico, che cresce soprattutto nell'area nord di Napoli. Siamo all'ombra di Puma, di tutta la parte molto importante dell'archeologia, e it's very interesting dance. You know this tammurriata? Okay. It's only for us it's something very strange because in the Vesuvian area there are maybe 50 kilometers from the Vesuvian area, between the Vesuvian area and Pugliano, north of Naples. This is for us it's strange because we follow only the tamura, and here no, we follow only the flute. Flute is sishk in a way in dialect. Anyway, this is one of our tammurriata, but the most important here I say place for tammurriata is Valle o Piana del Sarno, the countryside where Pompeii means, where Scafati, where Pagani, where Nocera are. It's very important because you know we have now the 7 Madonnas, the 7 Madonna cults, and 4 are here. And also the parties are in the same period. It's a very overstimulating period because every part is in the same week in the spring, during spring, because you know in the ancient time, especially in Greek and Roman, but all around the world, spring means reborn, means a lot of things related to nature. So it's in the Vesuvian area. Vesuvian area we have Somma Vesuviana, Ottaviano, Terzigno, Santa Anastasia, place where Santuario Madonna dell'Arco is. You saw video of Alessandro to show you videos about this very complex ritual. And we have the storia, e Pompeii, and we have Monti Latari and Amalfi Coast, with where Avvocata, tammurriata dell'Avvocata are territorio molto vasto, molto articolato. La tammurriata è prevalentemente nella Valle del Sarno e nell'area vesuviana, quindi tutta la piana di Pompei soprattutto, con grandissime differenze. E la geografia è un po' questa, è limitata fra la costiera amalfitana, quella vera, quella montanara, e l'area napoletana. Però in the middle there's nothing, and I mean I'm very glad to look the point I made there is nothing. Not tammurriata, not tarantella, nothing. But in all the circle there's a lot of tammurriate, different tammurriate. Okay, veloce. This is a very summary about tammurriata. We have time. Yes. Okay, I said that tammurriata is a very complex and stratified linguistic code. Okay, the word tammurriata is modern and is linked to frame drum. This is tammurra, but also tammurra is a modern name because in Napoleon is a masculine name, tammurro. So tammurro, tammurriata. But normally we said I sing on the drum, I dance on the drum, I ballo il bocco tammurra, I canto il bocco tammurra, because we sing like this, like I show you a video. And why I sing on frame drum? Normally the singer tammurriata piemontese style. Is one of our gods in tammurriata world. He's from Monti Lattari, the same mountains of Amalfi Coast. And this is a very different tammurriata called piemontese, and also the dance is different. Estremamente anche diversificato, e come dicevo prima si canta nel tamburo, e dicevo ieri a loro che c'è anche nel mondo greco antico, ci sono diversi verbi che indicano l'aspetto terapeutico della musica. Dice, si canta sopra il tamburo e l'amo, noi cantiamo dentro, in gotto of tamburo. We saw the geography of tammurriata. We have very few time, but I try to give you an idea of this world. We saw the piemontese, but we have also our very famous tammurriata is sommese. The sommese tammurriata is from Somma Vesuvio. You know, Vesuvius is the volcano, but it's vulcano strato, is the Somma Vesuvio. The Somma is the ancient part before the Pompeii eruption. It's a caldera. And Vesuvius is the very modern volcano born in this complex, volcanic complex. Somma is the mountain, Vesuvius is like that. Somma, Vesuvio. This is very famous tammurriata, especially in America, because 50 years ago, especially with Anna Lomax, Alan Lomax's daughter, I met in Somma Vesuviana this year. A lot of singers from Somma went in America, maybe in Washington, I have to but a lot of singers and drummers went to America to share this tradition. It's very dynamic tammurriata. There are a lot of votates. That means the refrain of tammurriata when the rhythm change. You have to do this kind of things we did last time. So I hate this tammurriata because it's very trumpata, salentino. It's very indie. Our back canale. It's very dynamic, but if you have seen, there's a chorus. It's the only tammurriata with a lot of tammurras. the only one. Normally there's one camorra and that's it. In Sommese there are a lot of camorras, and now it's interesting because yesterday I was talking about with a text about the male presence in tammurriata. Normally tammurriata was a very female practice as pizzica. Now we don't know why, I have to study it. It's a very male piece. You know, you saw tammurriata Sommese, it's like in a stadium, in a football match. There's a very male presence. Now but this is a very modern piece, and we don't know how it's possible. We are trying to know how it's happening. But anyway, questa è la Sommese, qua siamo su Monte Somma, la ex caldera del vulcano, la ex caldera del Vesuvio che è il vulcano più recente, e qui siamo a maggio, feste alla montagna, abbiamo un mese dedicato alle feste al dio Vesuvio, e questo è uno dei feste più importanti. È l'unica tammurriata che prevede tante tammurre, un coro di tammurre, e nulla, è molto dinamica, molto veloce, molto saltata. Veloce. This is the very tammurriata per molti di voi. This is tammurriata dell'avvocata. I love this tammurriata because, as I told you last time, you have to be rude and free, and you have to create a balance with the nature. And normal nature is volcanic nature, alive nature, you feel it. So it's very different. You have to be like this. Very amazing tammurriata. Forget all the choreographic gesture from Étoile de Paris and all the professional dancers of theater and theater. It's a very strong tammurriata. Every gesture has a very strong meaning. We have to talk with the gesture. If I do like this, I say something. If I do this, I say something. So it's a very complex language. A lot of people learn tammurriata as I have to do this, I have to do this. No, it's a fight. This is a very a battle between the two females. And when I dance with her, it's terrible because she hurt me. So, lei è terribile. Lei è tanto piccola, tanto forte. Questa tammurriata è tipica dell'area dell'Amalfi Coast. Normally, when you think about Amalfi Coast, you think Positano, Amalfi. No, the real Amalfi Coast is this. A very strong place, very different from the Positano idea, the Dolce Vita idea. This is the very not very authentic. It's the ancient Amalfi Coast. And imagine now we are far from the the reality also, because after the boom economic, maybe during 50 years, Tamafigos is a place where a very poor place, was like Capri, the most poor place in Campania, where Capri, Positano, Amalfi. Can you imagine? Now it's impossible for us to go to Capri. 50 years ago, this was the main upper part of Amalfi Coast. Questa è la tammurriata dell'Avvocata. We are in Maiori, in a very small village. Ora no, it's not very a city, ma il santuario è a 1000 metri di quota ed è una delle più forti tammurriate, è proprio nella costiera amalfitana. Dicevo a loro, non si aspetta Positano, ma quell'idea di costiera amalfitana, ma era un luogo estremamente povero, senza risorse, con una vita estremamente difficile. The balance between nature and sources was, in Amalfi Coast, was terrible because there are mountains on sea. So with a lot of lemons, but nothing else. So it was a very poor place. Sorry for I failed because we have two tammurriate with a lot of tammurras. Some are Mese and this, but for our this is very far tammurriata from the Vesuvian area. Cerco di essere veloce. But in the Vesuvian area we have also this beautiful tammurriata. Now we call tammurriata Terzignese. Terzigno is the name of the place. That means a place with a lot of fire. We are on Vesuvius, in the shadow of Vesuvius, naturally. This is a beautiful, beautiful tammurriata. Now, normally, once upon a time, we will call it tammurriata vesuviana. It's very lenta,
Slow.
thank you, it's very slow, it's very choreographical. We call it Danza del Gallo. The Gallo is
Rooster.
dance, because it's a very Danza del Gallo. Ed è molto molto bella. Now there's only one paranza. Enjoy this tammurriata Terzignese.
Maybe you should define paranza.
Sorry,
That's important.
so sorry. I'm
Sorry, not for sorry.
This the tammurriata, or our dances, our chants, are transmitted unity or orally, but only in family context or paranza. Paranza is a group. It is a very Napolitan concept. It means group of fishes. When you go to
Like a school
this
of
area,
fish.
when we have the quote, in very Napolitan, typical Napolitan things is a paper with a lot of things inside.
Paper cone.
Normally, frittura italiana paranza means a group of fishes, little fishes. Paranza normally means group of things. Now it's a very bad concept after the Roberto Saviano, Gomorra. and other mafias films, because Paranza is also a group of bosses and mafia group. But in the real traditional world means a group of friends, family, or family or friends. So we learn how to dance, how to sing in family, when someone is lucky, not me, or in a Paranza. And especially in Somma Vesuviana and the Vesuvian area, the systems of Paranza is very strong. Only in Somma Vesuviana, the village in the shadow of Vesuvius, there are maybe 10 Paranzas. Normally family Paranza. Paranza di Laura, Paranza di Kate, Paranza di Anna, normally. And now we are also the friends Paranza. So this is a very important thing, story, because we share this language, this code in this context. For this, I had to share this piece. Tammurriata is a devotional practice. Dance as devotional practice is very, very, very ancient things. I'm now studying how ancient is this practice. This basis, this sculpture are from Magna Grecia, where we are today, from Bari. This is beautiful because we have a man, a girl, she's in trance with music, with tambourine music, 3,000 years ago, in the same place. That's amazing. With a double, not flute, but aulos. Different from a flute. And we have this, it's not so clear, but it's important because we have a dancer with castanets from Calabria 2000 years ago. This is a chorus. Chorus means a group of dancers from Paestum. Paestum is a Greek city in Campania, famous also because Annabella Rossi found some cases of Parantismo 2000 years ago, the 2000 years after. This Greek basis, and this is from Lodi. Lodi is in Calabria. Dance as a devotional practice is a very, very ancient piece. This is very interesting because Tammurriata is one of the last part of this very ancient cammino, retreat. And it's very interesting, especially here, because also in Puglia was like this. Anyway, we have a few time. I want to share with you this video. It's in Napolitan language. I'm so sorry that it's in Italian, i sottotitoli sono in italiano, ma I want to show you how it works. Vediamo se riesco a farlo veloce. But this is how strong is our code, linguistic codes. And this is the basic rhythm of the Tammurriata we now will enjoy, the agro-rocherino sarnese. Tammurriata now from Pagani, from Scafati, from the place around the countryside, and we have to enjoy. Now we can choose two Tammurriatas, or if you want, put that. I want to. We have Francesco, maybe, that can dance with me ad Avvocata. We can enjoy it if you want Avvocata and the basic tammurriata agro-ferino sardese. That's the slowest, the most common tammurriata. It's very difficult to give you all this universe, but I'm trying to give you the idea of how this world is complex and stratified and multi-layered as archaeologists. And only one thing. We saw the pizzicata film, we saw a lot of documentation about tarantismo. Tarantismo now is not alive as a phenomenon. In Campania, a lot of ritual like tarantismo in different way. With Massigliano you see the Madonna dell'Arco documentario. And one thing that so it is important to me is that when you learn these codes, these dances, these chants, remember that for us is a language that means suffering also, pain, and daily life problems. We dance during funeral. My first real tammurriata was during my best friend's funeral because he asked me to do this, he asked me this. So when you enjoy these dances, enjoy with all your heart and your soul in a very emotional, strong way, but remember that these tammurriatas, this tarantella, these things are, for us, they are also suffering, also pain, also is life. So this means it's not that are very sad things, but in the other way, they are for us pure, they are life, they are everything. I don't know how to say in English these very important things, but when you return to America and want to dance, enjoy with all your soul or your heart, but remember that these dances are codes, a language for a lot of community that are very proud and very glad to share with you, because a lot of you are from Naples, are from Boscoreale, are from Apulia and Calabria, so is yours. And is yours, so you have to dance, you have to chant, to sing with a lot of, consapevolezza, an idea of that. It's very difficult to do a summary, but that's it. Per me è importante questo, ora danziamo perché è finito il tempo. Queste danze significano per noi ancora tante cose, tra cui la sofferenza e il dolore. Queste sono due foto scattate ora, non lontano nel tempo, questa ha 10 anni, perché in Campania esistono dei rituali molto vicini al tarantismo pugliese, tra questi è Madonna dell'Acqua, è uno dei rituali più importanti, e noi danziamo anche soprattutto durante questi rituali, ma anche nella vita quotidiana, che vuol dire danzare anche durante i funerali delle persone che amiamo. Una delle mie prime danze è stata, danze vere, è stata durante il funerale di un amico. Quindi per noi queste danze sono ancora pratiche quotidiane, linguaggio quotidiano, e questo è il senso di quello che volevo dire. So, now enjoy tammurriata. So sorry, I talk a lot, so sorry also today. Maybe you have some questions or no?
Che tipo di tammurriata si fa a Montevergine durante il pellegrinaggio? La colonna sarnese che tipo è? Che tipo è che si fa?
Il canto?
No, è il canto, il ballo.
Questo è un altro topic importante. Allora, Montevergine is the far place. Non ho visto nella geografia, geografia della Montevergine, because it's the Avellino In Montevergine normally we now from the late 500 years maybe, we dance all the tammurriatas because it's the main place. Perché è il grande pellegrinaggio della città di Napoli. So this is a very important thing because especially in Montevergine, but now in every parties, in Pagani, in Scafati, in Nocera, all the paranzas from all the villages come during the parties and share the different styles of tammurriata. Once upon a time it was very different, but now in the maybe 30 years, you can, if you go to Pagani or Scafati or Nocera, you will find all the paranzas. So you can enjoy the Giulianese, you can enjoy the Tercinese and the other speaks. So
dalla paranza, quindi
sì,
porta.
Sì, but the main common tammurriata you can dance all around the world is the agro, noceri, sarnese, and now we will enjoy this basic passing gesture, so you can do this on wherever you want.
Laura, una curiosità, la denominazione Madonna delle Galline non l'avevo mai sentita.
Allora, Madonna delle Galline, why Madonna of Chicken and Other Birds? Perché ogni Madonna ha una leggenda, sono tutti quadri mariani. La Madonna delle Galline è Madonna delle Galline perché il quadro fu ritrovato da delle galline che beccavano il grano. Quindi questa Madonna è stata deputata alle galline, ma anche altre Madonne sono legate ad altri animali. Why Madonna of chickens and other things? That's weird. Because maybe 500-600 years, a lot of chickens, il verbo beccare, were eating, and while they were eating, they found for this Madonna's painting. So these are the miracles of Madonna delle Galline. But every Madonna has her mito, history of the miracles. Galline or porcellini, pigs or other animals. The Madonna delle Galline is interesting because I don't like the new age way of the Grande Madre, everything is like the ancient past. I don't like this new age way, but in ancient Greek time we have a very big important goddess that was Cibele, in English was Cibele, the great mother, the Grande Madre, and she was always with birds and tambourine. That is not the same, but something is still alive. In Christianity, especially in Campania region, in South Italy, has transformed these things. Yes, I'm not agreeing with a lot of modern visions that the new age vision. I don't like this because the historical dimension is very important. It's a Christianity ritual, okay? But with a very interesting syncretism. This is very interesting. C'è un altro fenomeno di sincretismo che tu conosci molto bene, che vive in tutto il Sud Italia. Quindi il fatto di seguire cortei di tamburi e madonne legate a costellate di colombe, galli, rimanda senz'altro a tutti, come quelli della Dea Cera, eccetera.
Can you say more about singing into the drum? Like when does that happen, singing into the drum?
Yes, this is very interesting thing, a lot of interesting things. You do this tomorrow with me. This is very typical modality of chant, of singing. And I'm very also excited about this because only we said only the authentic singers still do this. And it's important because why do this? Because if I talk in Camorra, you will listen better. It's a cassa di risonanza, resonance box, maybe in English. Yeah. But not only for this reason. There's a typical way to sing. and maybe only in Campania region, and maybe only in Tammurriata, because you have not the ronda, you have the come chiamiamo noi, oddio, you have the ronda, but it's different because in Puglia, maybe after we will see it, every singer is a random place. In Campania, all the singers are together, very, how do you say in English, very deeply,
like huddle close or
you had a little group of singers. I don't know why, but our modality of singing is like this. We are. And Maristella Martella, when I was in Paris, would say to me, "Why you dance like this? You are here to dance like this, but normally we do this." I don't know why.
Like
when we singing, when we dancing, I do this. I don't know why. But when you saw singers do this, it's very good. Flag, not a red flag, it's a green flag. We can enjoy, if you want, 40 minutes of tammurriata. You can choose tammurriata or you will enjoy. Or we can start with la toccata if you want. Also, free dance, you have to feel good with yourself. So don't care, there's no gesture, codified gesture. No. If someone wants to explain to you that the gesture one, the botata two, no. It's a really a bullshit. Don't. It's a very modern concept of dance. We don't care this. You have to feel good with yourself, okay? So don't worry about this. There's a chords, okay, but not a codified modern language like étoile de Paris. This is important because when I was in Paris, I danced a lot of tammurriata, because as an expat, I need to dance tammurriata. And one time, a dancer from Sicily danced with me tammurriata. I said, why you don't do the gesture 2 or the gesture 3 tammurriata? Yes, there's no gesture 2, gesture 3, gesture 4. Tammurriata is like this. It's not 1, 2, and 3. So, don't care. The tammurriata and the motto tammurriata is less is more, less is better. Meno fate, meglio è. Quindi, as Rosa said, less is better. Normally the rhythm is binary. And normally you also can start your tammurriata ta ta ta. Knees are like this. You are ta ta, like una culla. Ta ta. That's it. You have a little
you're rocking a baby, rocking back and forth.
A lot of families say you have to listen the rhythm of the art rhythm. It's binary. Why is binary? And this is il passo base. If you learn this, you can dance all the tammurriatas. And we have all this, or ta, ta, ta. This is the two main steps, two main steps of tammurriata. Okay, you have to dondolare. This is an example. If ta, ta. And trust me, less is better because I have to speak with him. And he's always a mirror, okay? Not choreographical things, but it's a language. Ta, 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 ta. Or ta, ta. If you learn this, you can dance all the tammurriatas in the world. This is the two main steps. Tammurriata is normally a binary rhythm, poi a volte terzinato is the
Triplet.
thank you, but normally binary. So ta ta or ta ta. It's always a circle. You can dance like this, or in horizontal,
Like shoulder to shoulder.
shoulder to shoulder. But it's very important. You have all the eyes on eyes, always. Ta 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 ta, or ta ta, or ta, always. So this is the tammurriata, the basis. And normally, okay, binary rhythm, but with some changes, called votata. Because votare is a Napolitan verb to means turn around, girare. Votata is like this rhythm change. We can ta 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 ta. And that's it. Normally the votata, you feel the votata, because normally it's binary, and votata, the singers call the votata. Votavo is the verb, turn around, now turn around, but you will recognize the tammurriata. We can try with grazie Nico. We have the most important drummer here. I'm not able to play like her. So thank you, Nico. Grazie.
Just tell me what to do.
A very slowly tammurriata. One of our botatas. In two people, it's like this. This is one of our botatas. So simple, so simple. So we can try it together.
Do you want me to start with the other rhythm and then? Okay.
Thank you. Like in Pizzicata today, we saw you can do these things with the other people. You know that you can do this in a kind of family school, at ancient family school. It's a very modern thing, and we love it, but it's not so. There was not so common. Very farm and
Conservative.
very conservative world. So normally no, but now we enjoy this, we love this and things. And allora, sto pensando, we can try to do a ronda, and I'm in the middle. And what do you prefer to? Okay, I'm just. We will try another 2 botatas, and after we do a ronda. The main one is this. Ta 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 ta. Always a mirror. And another easy botata is this. This is important because every botata you have to. We say in Napolitan, every botata is we have to close a botata because it's a circle. We have to close the botata. After we have done this, you can also do this another circle in a vertical way. It's very common. You are not forced to do this, but it's very common now in our tammurriata. So the botata, and after the chiusura di botata. We have learned this, and we have learned this. The others are very, very dynamic. Normally in Agno, Cerico Sarnese or Vesuvian area, this botata, the very other common botata, doesn't exist. For the same reason we said in a farmer's conservative world. Now everybody do this, we love this, it's a very acrobatical thing. But normally in Pagani, in Nocera, in Montevergine, it is forbidden. It was forbidden, now it's part of this tammurriata. So we do normally now. But in the real, normally the
uncontaminated. There's the contaminated pizza. I don't know. Uncontaminated.
Yes. And contaminata and modern. We took some gesture from Giulianese, Sommese, especially now because I'm studying this. It's very interesting. A lot of Napolitan young people recreate the countryside tammurriata. They took something and go to Naples and recreate this and go to festas. Now it's a very strange thing. In the last 50 years, tammurriata is changed. But for me, it's also good because we are not tarantadas, and it is a very alive phenomenon. So, as a young people in this time, I can do this. It's normally I want to, because I'm not like my grandma in 15, or like Pizzica now. It's more faster and faster because the times has changed. So it's also a good thing normally.
It's a living tradition. It's a living tradition.
We always said tradizione is not the ashes, it's a fire, a live fire. If we have thousands of young people that still dance this dance, so it's a good thing. So we can try, noi siamo legittimati a danzare. So allora, noi possiamo mettere anche una tammurriata di sottofondo on Spotify, so you can dance with us. Così, I'm so sorry because we enjoy a ronda, and every person can dance if you want to in the center. In the ancient time, or until maybe 10 years, normally only one couple was in the circle, as in Pizzica. Now we are a lot of people. Everybody wants to dance, and there's sun couple in the middle. From maybe 10 years, only Giulianese and Avvocata there's only in Giulianese, in Avvocata, there's one couple, because the balances are stronger. No, if you try to enter, they will kill you. They will literally kill you.
Literally kill you.
For my first Giulianese, I wait 4 years, because communities choose if you are able to dance. It's a process. You have to wait. I like this. Now I like. When I was younger, I hated it because I want to dance. And my first tammurriata was like a battesimo. I was so afraid. I was like this because 4 years. Now you can. It's very important things. Now we can enjoy. Sorry.
Maybe we don't have to go with the suggestion, but I wonder if we can do a short practice with everyone dancing before we do the ronda, because it feels like a big jump to leap from what we've done so far to like dancing in the center.
This is the way I live. It's a drama.
Okay.
Actually a drama. I say the same thing to the founders, the oldest, and they say no. That's the only way. I know.
Okay.
I know. But trust me, it works. And
Thank you.
because you tammurriata, allora, dello scopo queste che ho binary, so every beat you have to do how do you play castagnette, okay? It depends, there's no rule also this kind. I play normally 3 fingers, but you are not supposed to play 2 fingers, maybe 2, maybe 4. You have to, there's a, you have to put like this. 2, 3, 4 fingers, doesn't care. I didn't use because there's another universe that you learn before how to move your arms and after. They are not like the Spanish castañuelas. They are more in the, I always say the stupid version of castañuelas. It's stupid Spanish. Both